You entered the young office with a bright smile, holding the lunchbox you had prepared for him. As expected, he was deeply engrossed in his work, his long finger tapping against the keyboard. You called softly. He had lifted his brown eyes, meeting with your flicker surprise passing over his face before he expressed softened. You are here. You didn't eat breakfast, did you? You placed the lunchbox on desk. I brought your favorite. Before he could respond, a sharp voice cut in. Sir, the report isn't ready yet. Minjin, his secretary said nervously. Taehyung is turned cold. I asked for it this morning. Minjin, why it's still not done? She flinched. I was handling other tasks. No excuse, he said finally, finishing it before the end of the day. Minjin bit her lips, shooting you a glare as the young attention shifted back to you. The way his tone softened when he spoke to you, the way he looked at you with a quiet warmth influenced her. You should eat first before you get another headache, you said, opening the lunchbox, then accent softly taking the chopstick. He hesitated for a moment, then took a bite. A baby's there smile play on his lips is good. Your heart warmed. It's properly okay. The two of you share a quiet moment. The air around you light and comfortable. Jim was a man of many words, but the way he glared at you between bites, the way his knee brushed against your under the deck, is was enough. Minjin clenched her fist, jealousy burning inside her. Minjin stood outside the glass wall, her hand clenched into fist. She had never seen him look at anyone like this before. The way he let his guard down around you, the way he called demeanor soft, it drove her insane. She needed to do something. After lunch, you left the office humming softly. Just as you turned the corner, a sudden force shoved you from behind. Your heart launched as you stumbled forward, barely catch yourself before you hit the cold floor. Before you could react, the door slammed shut behind you, a sharp click in the silence. You shunned around, your breath catching in your throat. What the? Darkness, the storeroom. Your finger trembled as you reached for the door handle, twisting it desperately. Didn't punch, panic shrugged in your chest. Hello, your voice trembled. Who is there? Silence. Your breath hitched as the single bulb above flicking, casting shadow around you. The air felt thick, suffocating your blood as fear took over you, making the darkness feel like it was craving in on you. You banged on the door desperately. Please let me out. Your breath turned ragged, your hand trembling as you slid down against the door. A soft, mocking chuckle from the other side. Let's see how long you last, fiancé, Minjin voice whispered. Your stomach dropped. Minjin opened the door. You backed against, passion raising in your chest. Please, this isn't funny. No response. The air grew heavier. The single freaking bluff above cast shadow against the sleeve. Your breath turned ragged as the wall seems to close. Not the dark, not again. You slide down against the door, glaring into yourself as your vision blurred. You whispered weakly. Taehyung stepped out of his office, stretching slightly. His eyes landed on your car parked outside. Your driver standing nearby, his profound. Why are you still here? He asked, waking Walking up to him, the driver blew. I am waiting for Miss Wyan. Tim phone depend. She left hour ago. The driver shook his head. No, sir, she never came back. Something cold settled into him just without any other word. He turned on his heel, heading straight for the receptionist. Then immediately turned, sitting back into the building. His expression darkened as he reached the receptionist. Where is wine? He demanded. The receptionist blinked. She came to your office, but after that I didn't see her leave. Without wasting a second, he stormed back inside, his sharp eyes scanning the room, his employee shifting as his cold aura spread through the air. Where is wine? His voice was dangerously low. One of the junior employees hesitantly spoke. I saw her in the corridor a while ago. They snapped at him when the employee clumped the feeling of the weight of the stare. Coming out of your cabin, sir. His jaw clenched, and then, I don't know, I didn't see her after that. Frustration clenched him just without another word. His gaze darted around until his eyes locked into the construction site area near the office. His heart pounded. Without a second thought, he rushed toward it. His sight before him made his heart drop. You were lying on the floor lifeless. Your skin was pale, paint of the sweat covering your forehead. His entire world stopped. Why? He was by your side in second, grabbing you into his arms. Your body was trembling weak. Open your eyes, he ordered, voice shaking. Baby, open. Wake up, please. Your lashes flushed slightly, a single tear slipped from the corner of your eyes. It faded, whisper, you choke out. His breath catch. I am here, baby, I am here. A soft left your lips before you faded again. Then wasted no time. He scooped you, holding you tight against his chest, and he rushed out of the suffocating dark, hanging there, love. He mumbled, voiceless with the urgency, I have got you. The ride home was silent, but Taehyung never let you go. His strong arm held you securely in the back seat of the car. His warmth concentrate of the ice fear still changing to your skin. As soon as you arrived, he carried you inside, ignoring your weak protest. I can walk, he mumbled, his jaw clenched. No, not a chance, you signed, but gave in. Resting your head against his shoulder, you could hear his heart beat fast and even he was still shaking. He brought you straight to the bedroom, gently placing you on the bed. Then, without a word, he pulled you out his phone and made a call. Sent the doctor immediately, he ordered before hanging up. A minute later, a doctor arrived, checking you while and asking a few questions. You answered in days, exhausted, pulling you at you. Both Tim stood by your side, watching intensely. Finally, the doctor turned to him. She is physically fine, but her system shows fear of darkness, the panic, dizziness, and stress she experienced were due to locked in until the space for too long. She needed rest, but more importantly, she needed emotional support. His hand clutching to fist, his eyes darkened. She never told me. The doctor signed. Phobia ain't always easy to admit. Just be patient with her. After the doctor left, Taehyung sat beside you, his tense gaze locked into your. Why didn't you tell me? He asked quietly. You hesitated. It's not a big deal. He hand suddenly cupped your cheek, his thumb brushing over your skin with a suspicious gentleness. Don't lie to me. You shallow heart looking away. I got lost. There was a construction and I took a wrong turn. He accent sharply, shaking his head. Why, I'm fine. You force a smile. See, nothing happened. Nothing happened. His voice dropped dangerously low. You were locked in the dark room for an hour. You fainted. You were shaking. When I found you, that's nothing. No flinch, raw emotion. His voice. I just didn't want you to worry. His hands lie down, gripping you tightly. You think I won't worry too? Do you even know what I felt when I realized you were missing? You bite your lips, clit pressing against your chest. I am sorry. Then inhale deeply, trying to calm himself. His finger trace soothing circle on your back of your hand. You don't have to be sorry, just don't hide things from me. You silence stretch between you. Then, to your surprise, he signed and reached your drum cloth, carefully pressing against your forehead. You need rest, he mumbled, his voice soft. No, you don't have to take care of me, you whispered. He scowled tightly. Too bad, I am going to. Small tired smile tucked to your lips. His hand froze for a second, then in the voice barely whispered he admitted, because you are mine to protect your breath. He looked away, eye turning red. I will stay with you tonight. If you wake up and feel scared, I will be right here. Warmth spread through your chest. Without thinking, you reach out. Gripping his sleeve, don't go. He said, then ever slowly he laid beside you, his arm pulling you against him. His spirit embarrassed was hastily at first, but when you brush your face against his chest, he gripped tighten. I won't, he promised. Taehyung stayed with you until your breath even out. His arms wrapped securely around you, the way you clutched to him, even a deep sleep made something tighten in his chest. He signed, pressing a gentle kiss on your forehead before slowly untangling himself from your gaps. You whimpered, slightly loss of warmth, but he carefully laid you properly on the bed, tucking the blanket around you. His finger brushed over your cheek. He whispered, I will be back soon. Standing up, he glared at you once last time before stepping out the room. He called the house staff over, his tone firm and commanding. Make sure she is comfortable. If you stay even a little, call me immediately, he ordered. His head man nodded nervously, yes, sir. Then he pulled out his phone and called your parents. She is staying with me tonight, he informed them without preamble. She is not feeling well, but I will take care of her. Don't worry, your father hesitated. Is everything okay? Everything is under control, Kim said, his voice sharp. I won't let anything happen to her. And ending the call, he grabbed his coat and strode out of the house. As soon as Taehyung entered his office, the heiress room shifted. His boy, who has been working, shifted his presence. The usually quiet, reserved CEO was standing, and the aura was dangerous as the shiver down. Everyone is fine. Everyone in the conference room now, he commanded, his voice like ice. The staff rushed to the follow his order, exchanging nervously glances. Once they were stumbled, Taehyung leaned against the table, his sharp gaze scanning each face. How did my Fiance ended up in the construction site. His tone was calm, but the weight of behind his voice made the thick with the tension. No one dared to speak. Do I need to ask again? His voice dropped lower, almost a whisper. But it carried more danger than if he had yelled. One of the junior employees clumped, "Sir, we don't know. She was the last seen near your office." He silent. "That's not good enough." He turned to his computer and pulled up the security footage from his cabin. As the video played, his jaw clenched. The moment he saw his secretary pushing you into the dark room and locked the door, something inside him snapped. He colored into fist, knuckle turning white. "Call her," he ordered. His secretary entered the cabin hesitantly, her face carefully composed. "Sir, you called me." He leaned back in the chair, crossing his legs. His gaze was colored mirror. "Yes, I did." She shadowed her, feeling the shift of terror. "Yes, something wrong?" He tilted his head. "Why don't you tell me?" She blinked at fear and confusion. "I don't understand, sir." Things break, but there was no achievement in his eyes. "Really? Then tell me, help you. Let me help you." He pressed button. The CCTV footage played. The large screen behind your security face fall the color. She snapped herself, shoved you inside the dark room and locked there. The air grew thick with the silence without you. "Would you like to explain this?" he asked, his voice finished down. She shook her head. "Sir, I didn't mean to lie." He cut her off stone sharply. "You knew exactly what you were doing." The secretary hand trembled. "Sir, please, I was jealous. You were always with her and I just lost control. I didn't mean to hurt her." Tim slammed his hand on the table, making her flinch. You locked my fiancée in the dark room, knowing damn she is terrified of the dark. She fainted because of you. She could have been gotten seriously hurt." His voice was dangerously low now, sending a shiver down her spine. "Sir, I just loved you." Tim has flashed by the disgust. "You what?" He stepped forward desperately. "I love you. I always been by your side. Is always loyal. Enough." He spat. "Loyal? You tried to harm the woman I love." His voice struck like a danger. "Love?" He stood up, towering over her. "Yes, I love her and I never forgive you for this." Tear welled into her eyes. "Sir, please, you are fired." "No." "Security," he called to guard, "enter immediately. Exhort her out." He sobbed strongly. They dragged her away, but the young didn't spare her another glass. His only priority was you. When they returned, the first thing he saw you toasting and turning in the bed, sweating covered your forehead. His heart clenched. "Why?" he murmured, quickly sitting beside you. You were whimpering in your sleep, trembling. "She, baby, wake up," he whispered, brushing his thumb against your cheek. Your eyes shot open, panic flashing in until you saw him. "I am here," he assured, pulling you into his arm. You clutched to him desperately. "I had a nightmare. I know I love," he whispered, rocking you gently. "I am here. You are safe." He pulled you aside, wiping your damp forehead. "You need to eat." You shook your head. "I am not hungry." He gave you a pointed look before standing on a stair. A minute later, he returned with a tray of food. He beside you, picking up the spoon. "Open your mouth." "Do I have to make you?" His voice softened but firm. "Signing you let him feed you is white, warning you for the inside. After you finish, he handed you your medicine. Take this. Once you shallow, he pulled you back into the bed, wrapping his arm around you, his fingers through your hair. Susie, I fired her, he whispered. You playing safely him? The secretary, she admit everything she won. Then hesitated before writing his grave. I almost lost you today. You didn't. You whispered. He leaned down, pressing the ridges on your forehead. I love you. He confessed softly, his voice filled with raw emotion. I don't say it enough, he mumbled, but I love you more than anything, and I will never let anything hurt you again. Tear well in your eyes. I love you too, you whispered, and let out a shaky breath before cupping your lips in the deep suitcase. He pulled you away and resting his forehead against your